Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So as you can see, I'm going to be doing some diamond painting today. Now, the last diamond painting video I did, I was working on a phoenix. And I decided to continue working on that one until it was done, and I did complete it last month and included it in my Craft Yourself Free video. So today we're going to start a brand new one, and of course it is a flamingo. I just really wanted something pink and girly and Manfa-like. So here we are. Now, apologies for the lighting. There is nothing I can do about the glare. I have tried to finagle my setup in so many ways, and this is the best that I got. Now, for this diamond painting, there are 12 different colours, and before I clicked the camera on, I did in fact sort out my diamond dots into the container that I keep them in. At least you get a good sparkle on the diamond dots in this lighting. There they are. As usual, I got the picture, I got all the diamond dots needed, I got my little green boat, and I got my pen and my wax as well. And we are going to make a start on this one for this month. Now, I don't know whether I will continue to work on this after I have finished the video or not. It just depends how I feel and also how time is going, because I'm filming this on Saturday and it is already 5:30 in the evening. We haven't had dinner or anything yet, so we shall see. Now, I can't actually remember where I got this diamond painting from. I can't remember whether it was one that I bought or whether it was one I was gifted in Happy Mail, so apologies if it was Happy Mail. It's been in my box for a little while now to be completed. I have quite a stash of different diamond paintings that still need to be done. So let's crack on with this one today. So I will be chatting while I'm diamond painting with you. So feel free to grab a project that you are working on. Doesn't have to be diamond painting. And grab yourself a drink as well. And we shall begin. So I'm trying to think what I can use to keep that sticky sheet out of my way. I think I'm going to use an empty case, and you can still kind of see the picture behind it. How about that? Yeah, I think that should work okay. So as always, I start from the bottom of my pictures. I peel the plastic film up a little bit. I do that whole segment. Then I peel up a bit more and do that segment. So I just chop and change what colours I'm using. Other people just rip the film completely off and do all of the one colour, all of another colour until all of the colours are done. I don't like to do that because I don't work on these consistently, and I am always fearful that if I leave this completely exposed, it will eventually dry out and the diamond dots won't actually stick to it. When I have eventually finished it, I will of course use my diamond painting clear sealant that I use. It just means that it's clear, you can still see the design, but it cements the diamond dots in, and that way they won't ever fall off. And then eventually either I'll frame it or I might gift it. I might even throw it in a giveaway, you never know. But yeah, let's crack on. So as you can see, there is a lot of these, what they're calling an eye, which is white. That is colour number 12. So I'm going to make a start on those because that is the majority of the picture. So, and I do have a secondary bag of those dots because clearly you need more than one bag for this picture. Okay, so it's the start of another week. How are you all? Once again, disclaimer, the setup that I have is not ideal for doing this over the the overhead kind of filming, but it's the best that I've got. I'm just going to bring you down slightly so you might be able to see where I'm sticking a little bit better. But my hand will slightly get in the way, and there will be shadows, and there will be a little bit of a glare. Like I said, there's not a lot I can do about that. I am doing the best that I can in a situation where I don't have the right setup. Okay, so as I was saying, how is your week going? Has it started well? Have you got anything exciting happening this week? Have you got anything fun that you're doing? Or are you like me? Have you got a week of work ahead? I suppose I better start filling you in on my previous week, because like I said, I'm filming this on Saturday. I always batch record on a Saturday for the week ahead. So when I do these chat videos, I do fill you in on the previous week. So I am actually talking about a week that's already passed. If you were here last week in my crocheting chat, you will have heard me say that I had to go away again for training, and that was the case until I don't know whether it was the Monday or the Tuesday. The head teacher came to me and said, you're now not going on the training. We can't spare you for those 2 days. We're going to have to rearrange. So a part of me was relieved because I really didn't want to go away again. But I had kind of made peace with it. And quite frankly, I just want to get the going away over and done with. So yeah, I was relieved, but I was also a little bit annoyed that, you know, it still has to happen. It's just been delayed. So I didn't actually go away in the end. So I was home and had my normal routine for the week. It was a very full-on week at work. Oh, where to begin? So yeah, I was told that I wasn't going away, and that's fine. Just had to kind of rearrange a couple of things, which wasn't a big deal. But sadly, there was an event that happened last week that rocked me a little bit. I can't go into too much details, obviously, because of confidentiality, but one of the students at the school, his parents decided that they no longer wanted him to go to the school. I'm not going to go into their reasons. I'm going to respect their privacy. I'm not going to give you my opinions on it. But the child in particular kind of holds a bit of a special place in my heart, because right from interview day, he was the first child at that school that I had any kind of interaction with. He gave me a baptism of fire from the minute I walked through the school gates. He tested me right from the very first second of attempting to get my job. I don't know, from that moment on, he was just... He's just a little firecracker. I don't know how else to describe him. He, I don't know, he's got such a character. All of the children in that school have amazing, unique personalities, and a lot of them kind of see me as maybe a safe space, because I'm not a teacher. I'm not making them... Well, not making them, but I'm not asking them to be in their classroom engaging in schoolwork. I'm the lady at the front desk that always greets them in the morning, says goodbye to them when they go home. I'm the one that kind of sorts out any like minor issues. I'm the one that kind of dishes out like the footballs and the basketballs if they want to go outside. I'm the lady that has the quiet room at the front of the school where no one else is, if they need to have a quiet moment for a brain break, as they call it. You know, I have lots of chats with lots of the students during the course of my working days. I get to know the children on more of a relational level rather than, you know, teacher-student. Quite a few of them have said it's really nice that I give them the option to be in the room with me, and they don't even have to talk if they don't want to. You know, if they come in, I say, do you need quiet and, you know, to be left alone, or do you need a chat? Like, what do you need? And I kind of gauge it from there. So I kind of give them that little safe space away from the main building of the school, where they can kind of escape for a few minutes and either just have some peace and quiet or have a chat with somebody that doesn't have high demands or expectations from them. To be fair, the other staff don't have high demands or expectation. We are an alternative provision, but of course we do need to try and encourage them to go, you know, back to their classroom and try and engage with the work that they're doing, because of course they are still at school, but we are much more relaxed on that sort of thing. We are dealing with children with lots of special educational needs and behavioural things that need to be accommodated for. And you know, I'm literally just the lady that, you know, if she gets, you know, the post, if there's a child in there, I let them open the post for me. Obviously nothing confidential. I mean, like Amazon packages and other deliveries for some of the supplies and things that the teachers have ordered. You know, quite a few of them will open the packages and then we'll go around the school together, you know, delivering them, being the school postal service, which they quite enjoy. It gives them a sense of purpose. It gives them a job. It makes them feel like they're being helpful and useful. And it's like low pressure, helpful and useful. They're always excited to see what's in the boxes. I mean, most of the time they're really disappointed with what's in the boxes because it is boring stuff like ink and paper, and but occasionally it is some fun stuff, and you know, they love the responsibility of getting it to the destination of where it needs to go within the school. So I do give them little jobs like that. If I'm doing other jobs that they can help with, they love to get involved and help me. They feel like they're making my day easier. Between you and me, sometimes it does make my day easier, but more often than not, it actually makes a 2-minute job last 10 times longer than it should. And it doesn't quite turn out the way I want it to, but hey, it occupied the child, it engaged the child with interaction with me and conversation with me. The job still got done. And obviously, if it's something for somebody else and a child has helped, when I give it to the member of staff, I say, oh, so and so helped me. It's not the best quality, but you know, they're just glad that we were getting something from these children, because a lot of these children, they are very insular, they're very shut down, they're very shy, they're very anxious. It takes them a long time to get to trust the members of staff in the school, because you know, they may have had trauma in their past, they may have had a lot of adults in their life let them down or treat them in a not so nice way. There are many, many, many different issues that we have to field, and we have to facilitate and be patient and always kind with. We have to remember not to take things personally, because half the time it's not us, it's something going on within that young person. And we just need to help them navigate their time within the school. But this particular child that left this week, he stole my heart right from the beginning. Now, obviously, in a professional sense, I shouldn't get too attached or too close to the children. And I don't, for the most part, because, you know, I am a member of staff. I'm not their family. I'm not their mum. but for quite a few of the children there, they haven't always had somebody that is warm and kind and caring towards them. So I do try in a professional capacity to show that towards these children. Oh, sorry, I've gone off camera. I do apologise. Let's turn it there. There we go. And this little lad was one of them. Like I said, he stole my heart right from interview day. He, like I said, he gave me a baptism of fire. He really put me through it, really, because for a lot of people, you know, the language that he used, the behaviour he displayed, the demands that he had would have put a lot of people off. A lot of people wouldn't have been able to handle it, considering it was only interview stage. It wasn't even, you know, I've been hired and, you know, it's my responsibility to deal with it. I am terrified of chickens, and we do have a chicken coop at the school. And he was adamant that day that he wanted to go and be with the chickens and check to see if they had laid any eggs. And there wasn't a member of staff to facilitate that. So he demanded that myself and the member of staff that was showing me around the school at the time, that we take him. We couldn't really say no, otherwise, you know, it could escalate and he could dysregulate, and it could cause a much bigger issue than if we just facilitated it. So yeah, I don't know how, but he managed to get me not only in the general area of the chickens, he actually got me inside the actual chicken coop, and he actually made me carry the eggs that had been laid that day. And I was absolutely petrified, folks. I was, for want of a better phrase, absolutely bricking it. I was trying not to show it on my face. I was trying to show the member of staff that I was totally cool with it, that I can adjust my plans for the day, or how I thought my day was going to go accordingly, that I can facilitate a change in what was planned, a change in the itinerary, a change in our day, and that I was capable of going in the chicken coop and having the chickens all around my feet, pecking at my shoes, and flapping and clucking and doing chicken things. And I tried to do it in a way that didn't show how petrified I was. I think I was successful. I was sweating profusely, and I really was struggling. So that was my first test. He obviously displayed some of the what some people would consider negative traits, negative behaviours that a lot of people find tricky to deal with if they're not used to neurodiverse children in particular. And I took it in my stride. I wasn't offended by the profane language he used. I didn't take it personally when he called me all the names under the sun. I still tried to chat with him and, you know, interact with him like I would any other child, which is what you should do anyway. And then when I was formally being interviewed, I was actually asked in the interview, how did I feel about that? And I said, this isn't very professional of me, but I actually found it totally hilarious, and that I hope that I got the job so that I could get to know that particular child even better. And I really do think that he helped me secure that job, because he threw me right in at the deep end. He made me the most uncomfortable I could ever be, and he made me sail through it with flying colours, and I did end up getting the job. And that might not have happened on any other day. So he has been a big part of my journey in that job so far. And sadly, he's no longer going to be a part of it. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I have really struggled with that. It hit me hard. I was extremely upset. as were a few other staff members. You know, we kind of worry for his future, because we don't know if anywhere else could kind of give him what he needs and what we can. But it wasn't our decision, it was the family's decision, so we have to respect that. And I will always fondly remember the amazing person that he is, and that I know he can be. And I wish him all the luck and love in the world wherever life takes him. And I hope that one day we get an update, or maybe he'll come and visit us when he's older and let us know, you know, where life took him after being with us. So I don't mean to downplay it. I was properly crushed. But I need to kind of process it and not let it affect me so profoundly as it has. I think it's because it's the first time this has happened, and like I said, out of all the amazing kids we have at that school, he was a big part of it right from the beginning. So I struggled a bit this week, mentally and emotionally, but I'm coming through the other side, because you know what, there are plenty more young people that need our help and our kindness. And now in my new role, I have a big part to play in making sure that the children that come through our doors are the children that we can help, and give them the opportunity and the best start that we can in our school. So, you know, I've got to keep moving on, and there are plenty more children that are needing a place with us. And hopefully the child in particular that I'm talking about goes on to do great and brilliant things, because he is a great and brilliant kid. And that's all I can really say about that. But yeah, it broke my heart. Anyway, so that was the hardest part to deal with this week. Also, I think for me, I was still kind of trying to catch up from the 3 days that I was missing the week before on the other training that I did. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Both energy-wise, workload-wise. I've just been absolutely exhausted from it, to be fair, and it's taking me a while to kind of get back to full throttle, but I'm doing my best. It has been a crazy, rough, exhausting week, but we made it through. I am on the weekend. I am now filming these videos for you, so I made it, and hopefully I will get some quality crafting time in over this weekend, because there were a couple of evenings, guys, where I didn't even pick up my hook. I just had no want to even want to crochet. I had no crojo, I had no motivation, I had no desire. It really upsets me when I get modes like that, because crochet is like my obsession, my addiction. Most days I have to crochet just a little bit every day. It is how to get my I don't know, it's just really good for me to crochet every day. But yeah, a couple of evenings the last week, obviously the week prior to you watching this, I just had no desire at all. I just basically doom scrolled on my phone and wasted hours. And yeah, sorry if you can hear Rolo snoring. He clearly feels the need to be right under the table with me while I do this and be asleep. But yeah, so yeah, a couple of evenings I didn't even pick up my hook. One evening I just kind of I don't know, just didn't even have time to, even if I wanted to. So actually, there wasn't an awful lot of quality crafty time this previous week. My mood definitely affects my want to crochet. But I know that if I do crochet, it will improve my mood. So it's kind of a bit of a vicious cycle. But I've pushed through. I have managed to get a little bit done last night, which is last Friday night for you guys. I did a bit this morning with my morning cup of tea before I got up. And I hope to do some more tonight as well. So hopefully my Crojo is coming back and I will get a bit more done in this coming week, but you never know. So yeah, the 2 days of training didn't happen. They are going to be happening at some other point. I have already been asked to do it at the end of March, but I am going to be speaking to the head and the deputy head and asking if they could delay it until the new receptionist is in post. She's due to start right on the last day of March, the 31st. And when she does first join us, I am going to have to train her up. So I need time to be able to do that. And then it will mean that I can go away for the 2 days, knowing that at least the receptionist side of things is covered and being kind of done. And then it's just my role that I'll have to catch up on after the training is done. So I am going to ask if I can delay it, but if not, it will be happening towards the end of the month. I already have a day of training booked in for the day before my birthday, which isn't ideal because normally on a Friday we get to finish a bit earlier if we're up to date with our work. But I won't be getting an early dart that day because, again, it is 2.5 hours away and it is a full day of training. So I very much doubt I will get an early dart from there. So it will be a normal working day, but also I'll be getting home later than a normal working day because of the travel. But it is what it is. I've got to do these things, but at least it's not a stay over. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, I've already got a training day on the 21st, and they want to send me away for the 2 days with one overnight stay, the 27th and the 28th. So they're pretty close together. And then obviously a few days after that, the new receptionist is coming and I have to train her. So it's all a little bit, I don't know, a little bit much, to be honest. But I will do what I need to do. But I will see if there's any negotiations on it. Just so that I'm not so overwhelmed and stretched so thin. But we shall see. We shall see. So there we are. I don't know how much of this you're seeing clearly because of the setup I've got going, but at least you're hearing me chat away to you guys, and you know, you don't really need to see what's on the screen. I think the majority of you watching aren't really that into diamond painting, which is absolutely fine. But it is another craft that I do enjoy, and I do like to showcase it on the channel because it is, after all, Manfa's Makes, not Manfa's Crochet. So there we go. Okay, colour 8. Which is this one? Okay. Colour 8 is the letter J. So we need one in there, and one in there, and one in there. Oh, is that all I needed? Okay. What do we need now? What is the number for F? F is number 7. I am going to have to invest in better diamond dot storage. This is, it's becoming more and more clear when I do these that the storage that I keep my diamond dots in isn't great, because the little separators, they do come out and all the dots do slide underneath and mix with the colours next door, which can be irritating. So I do need to get better storage for these while I am diamond painting. Yeah, that is something that I do need. Maybe it could be an idea for my birthday, I don't know. We shall see. Okay, there's only one C, which is a 6, so I'm just going to get it directly out of the pot. Oh, he's upside down. That's really not helpful. Turn over. There we go. There's one H, which is a number 11. Again, I will just get it directly out of the pot. There we go. There's a couple of U's, which is number 9. Oh, goodness gracious. Put one there and one there, and then some W's, which is colour 5, which looks black, but actually I think it is a really deep dark blue, like even darker than navy. And just like with crochet, guys, the darker the colours of these, the harder it is to work with them. You know, I wear glasses, my eyesight isn't the best as it is, and when the sun is starting to set and it's getting quite late, the darker colours are trickier to work with. But there we go, that is the first little section that I have done with you today. It's that much. It doesn't look like a lot, but I did it in half an hour, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let me remove that one. Let's stick the paper back down and let's give you a bit of a closer look of the segment that I've just done with you. There we go, all neatly in their place. And so we will continue to work on this and get it done. So yes, another good start to my picture. So thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Like I said, I know diamond painting isn't everyone's cup of tea, but I do enjoy it. I do find it meditating and relaxing. It doesn't help my back very much because I am sat to the dining room table and I don't have a lot of back support, but you know, you can't have everything. But yeah, I do enjoy it, and it does make a change from crocheting, which gives my hands, you know, I'm using my hands differently, so it does give them a rest as well. So yes, I hope the rest of your week goes really, really well. I hope whatever you're up to is a success, and that you have a good time. So I will see you tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow is my puff flower subscription cake of the month. So if you want to see a huge mega yarn cake, then please head back here tomorrow. But until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye, guys. Love ya.